Conversations continue. USC undergraduate student government responds to the school's handling of sexual assault cases.
If you haven't gotten your flu shot yet, you might want to book an appointment somewhere else. USC's Chief Health Officer has an update.
And a new student-run organization seeks to connect the USC community with Thornton musicians. We speak with organizers of last night's sold-out event. Annenberg TV News is next.
Live from USC, you're watching Annenberg TV News.
People are sitting here having to process their emotions, having to be re-triggered and re-traumatized every single day, and then go to class and pretend to be students after that. And that just blows my mind.
A USC student and sorority member is one among many who are frustrated with the school's response to sexual assault cases. Good evening, I'm Anisha Banerjee.
And I'm Scorziell. This evening, USC undergraduate student government just released a series of demands to the administration. This comes after a weekend of protests on the row in response to allegations of sexual assault and drugging during parties at the Sigma Nu fraternity. A USG spokesperson said it wants fraternities and sororities to have access to the names of students who have been involved in disbanded Greek organizations.
We're asking the university to compile lists of students who are or were members of fraternities that were required to disband. We want the members to be informed when members of these disbanded fraternities are in their spaces. And our number one priority is protecting the safety and well-being of survivors.
In a university-wide email just sent a few minutes ago, USC demanded the expulsion of students responsible for the crimes. Peterson says USG is also demanding that the university make it mandatory for Greek life leaders to report sexual assault allegations. They're calling for more funding and programming for the relationship and sexual violence program. USG emphasized that the university needs to comply with these demands as soon as possible. One member of Greek Life who asked not to be identified is livid at the university's response so far.
Is that the university's lack of involvement, the university's silence, the fact that we got that DPS email a month after those crimes were committed and people still walked into that fraternity while DPS knew that there were allegations a month before. That silence is deafening.
USC has placed Sigma Nu on interim suspension at least until investigations conclude. On Friday, faculty from Gender and Sexual Studies will host a forum addressing sexual assault and violence at USC.
Investigators are still looking into whether charges should be filed against actor Alec Baldwin in the deadly shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the movie set Rust last week. The district attorney of Santa Fe County, New Mexico, where the movie was filming, says investigators have interviewed the crew members who handled the gun before Baldwin used it.
All options are on the table at this point. I'm not commenting on charges, whether they will be filed or not, or on whom. So the answer is we cannot answer that question yet until we complete a more thorough investigation.
LA City Councilman Paul Koretz introduced a resolution today that supports legislation that will eliminate live ammunition from TV and movie productions. Many in the film industry are concerned that safety protocols are not followed on production sets.
There will be a way in which it is justly prosecuted. I just am concerned that there are not going to be long-term changes made in the film industry because of how slow it takes things to change. And because of the fact that incidents like this have happened before and nothing has really significantly changed such that incidents like this don't happen.
I reached out to a few USC film professors who were close to Hutchins and are grieving this tragic loss. They declined to comment on the investigation.
USC is requiring students, staff, and faculty to get flu shots starting November 1st. I've got my flu vaccine, but some other students are still having trouble getting their appointments before the deadline. The USC Student Health Portal is fully booked until next Friday, and some students have still yet to get their vaccine and are unsure what to do next. Others have found better luck getting appointments at off-campus pharmacies.
I have seen many students getting it on here on campus, and I've seen that the lines have been insane and people have had a lot of difficulty. So I just thought it would be easier if I just went at home and did it.
I thought I'd jump on quick to my SHR and like do a COVID test, and then maybe get a flu shot at the same time. Occasions, just trying to get today first. Nothing popped up. Then I said, settle for tomorrow. Nothing popped up. And then I put it in the 30th, and it's telling me the soonest I can do it is the 4th of November.
USC Student Health plans to send additional messages to those who have not yet received their flu vaccinations. USC Chief Student Health Officer Dr. Sarah Van Orman says faculty members have a higher rate of vaccinations than students do.
Right now, we have about 60% of our faculty and staff are vaccinated with the flu shot, which is wonderful news. Yay, our faculty and staff. Students are actually lagging. So we have about, I think the numbers, I just looked at these this morning, about 45% of our graduate students and 35% of our undergraduates have gotten their flu shots so far.
Students can still get flu shot appointments through pharmacies off campus. One suggestion, Target. It's giving away a $5 coupon with every vaccination. Although the deadline to upload your vaccine documents is November 1st, there is an expected grace period for a Trojan check.
Eating and drinking is prohibited at most indoor spaces at USC because of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. When someone wants to eat, they have to find some place outside to sit. This can be challenging. Several benches around campus have signs saying not to sit on them. Although this rule isn't always followed, seats outside are quickly filled up, making it hard for students to find somewhere to eat. It's especially tough to find a table or bench around lunchtime.
I agree with the rules. And I think students will less likely follow this masking eating like this and putting it down. And but maybe the university should put up tents and have food courts and really proactively find solutions for the students.
We reached out to USC Facilities Management, but no one was available to comment this afternoon.
The U.S. State Department issued the first passport with a gender X marker today, marking a huge milestone for the LGBTQ community. Intersex veteran Dana Zim is the first to receive this passport. While 1.2 million people in the country identify as non-binary, F and M were the only passport options until now. Zim sued the State Department for lacking gender-neutral options on passports in 2015. In response, the new marker X offers more choices for non-binary people.
Gender is really a fluid thing. It's not just limited to male and female. Gender binaries can be really harmful to all of us. I don't know if we have any specific policy solutions. I think, for example, the passport is really just a step in the right direction.
The Gender X option will be available to all passport applicants by early 2022. The U.S. now joins several countries, including Canada, Australia, and Nepal, in providing gender-inclusive passport options.
The HBO show Insecure is facing backlash for using the Greek letters and copyrighted shield of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. The controversy surrounds the fact that actress Amanda Seales is not a member of the sorority, but her character on the show is wearing the sorority's letters and shield without permission. Members of the National Pan-Hellenic Council weighed in.
Well, as an AKA, one of the first things I did was call a soror and say, hey, look, she's wearing pink and green. Yeah, look at that. You know, I was excited. So when I read about the backlash a couple days later, I didn't really kind of understand because she's like a TV character. They do this all the time. But, you know, this situation was a point of pride for me.
I think it offended people of AKA or in other sororities because they see it as something that we work towards, that we pay for, that has so much more embodiment than just wearing it as a label. So to have a non-member wear it, it's kind of like they make a mockery of it.
The sorority's corporate office sent a statement to members yesterday saying, quote, "We are taking the steps to protect our brand. Please allow the corporate office to handle this matter and please refrain from engaging with the show, any other members and people on social media."
I want to see you guys stand.
The USC-founded student record label 840 West hosted its very first live event. Students crowded the Surf House last night in their favorite Halloween costumes, where 5 artists performed in front of the sold-out crowd.
This organization where we can all just come together and work on artist projects.
We are about helping student musicians here at USC kind of find a platform and get them promoted and have their music out in the world. We sold, I think, around like 350 tickets in total, which is more than we were expecting, and then I think at least 300 people showed up in and out at some point. It was great. The artists sounded really good. Everybody seemed to have fun. And it's the first one, so I think it can only get bigger and better.
Honestly, I'm really honored, and I know the team very well, and I'm super proud of them.
840 West is happy to be back and host more in-person events. They want people to have fun, enjoy, and support the USC student artists. They're hoping to host another event by the end of the year.
The clock is ticking. We're just a few hours away until the winners of a new USC game are revealed.
A delivery service for USC students is partnering with the one and only Taco Zone. Stay tuned to hear from one of the members.
There are many food options here, including donuts and tacos at the Vegan Playground pop-up shop, where there are so many food vendors here. I have more for you coming later, so stay tuned.
Worried your friend's struggling but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could write them a text or knit them a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write them a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Students across campus are taking part in an audio-based dating game, and it's all for a good cause. To play in the USC Date Game, there's a $5 buy-in. People then join 3-minute-long audio dates. You may have seen folks in red costumes on campus passing out cards. They were recruiting students to join the game. The winners of the game can take home half of the jackpot. The rest of the money, however, goes all to a good cause, the USC Colleges Against Cancer.
USC Colleges Against Cancer partners with the American Cancer Society to bring the fight against cancer to campus. We try to partner with different orgs and do different sponsorships, and all the money goes to cancer research and patient support programs. So to be approached by people without having to put that initial contact in is always really exciting.
The date game starts tonight at 9 p.m. All USC students are invited to play to potentially win money, find a winter cuff, or simply donate to a great cause. Visit usc.dategame.io to register.
With World Vegan Day right around the corner, there's an LA event that shows you how to eat healthy in a fun way. Reporter Anaja Smith is there to show us what it's all about. Anaja?
November 1st is World Vegan Day, and there are over 79 million people in the world who are vegans. This event, the Vegan Playground, is the perfect place for people who are vegan, baby vegans, or they are just now trying to get into it because there are donuts here, there are tacos here, there's ice cream for the vegan lover. So I speak to the founder of this event, Diana. Tell us, what is the importance of an event like this?
I think it's important
important because not only is it a consistent marketplace where the community can come together each week, but also we're promoting veganism, and whether you are fully vegan or you're just curious or you're just going with friends, I think there's a good time here for everyone.
Yeah, and so tell us, what meal would you recommend 10 out of 10 for someone to try?
Well, I would go with, we have a new vendor here. They do pizza from scratch, so they make their own crust, their own cheese, and their own toppings, which is really good. We have everything here from burgers, tacos, noodles, so anything that you're craving, we have it here for you.
And this event makes food accessible for people who want to try vegan food. So where did you curate this whole thing from? How did you get the idea?
Yes, we used to do an annual festival. So we used to do an annual festival in Pershing Square, but we decided to switch to a weekly format so that it would be more accessible for people. They wouldn't have to wait every year to have a spot for vegan food. So yeah, we're happy to be in the heart of downtown LA.
And thank you, Diana. This event goes on to November 17th from 5 to 9 p.m. Back to you.
Ramya, it's getting pretty cold these days, and Halloween is this weekend. Can you tell me what I need to wear, how I need to dress, what my costume should be?
Well, Halloween is this weekend and the weather has started getting really chilly out here. I never expected LA to get this cold so soon. Let's have a look at today's temperature. Today's high is 77 with 26% humidity. Moving on for the next 5-day forecast, we see that Thursday and Friday there will be similar temperatures. It's going to be in the high 80s and the lows are going to be in the 60s. It's Halloween weekend, and whoever likes the spooky season, you're in for luck. For the rest of the week, the weather is going to be cold and dark. The highs for Saturday and Sunday are going to be in 72 and the lows are going to be in 55. And for Sunday and Monday, the high is going to be 66 and the low is going to be 55. I hope you all enjoy the Halloween weekend. Besides Halloween, we also have the homecoming game this week. Nicole, what are your thoughts about this game?
The Lakers and Clippers have had slow starts to the NBA season. Can they turn things around in their games tonight? Pac-12 soccer is coming down to the wire, and USC has 2 crucial games this weekend, with the NCAA tournament just weeks away. Football takes on an Arizona team battling a 19-game losing streak Saturday. Stay tuned to hear what we think about USC's chances to break the Coliseum curse.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
The Lakers are taking on the winless Thunder in Oklahoma City tonight. The Lakers sit at 2-2 after an overtime win last night against the Spurs. The Lakers are up big against the Thunder, leading 51-30 with 7:39 left in the second. Russell Westbrook is having fun against his former team, already hinting at a triple-double. Anthony Davis is the only player in the game with double figures so far. Carlo?
The Clippers are getting set to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers just 3 miles up Figueroa here in LA. Evan Mobley will make his homecoming debut to Los Angeles in this game. The Kawhi-less Clips are looking for their second straight win, coming off a 30-point blowout of the Blazers on Monday. Paul George has stepped up in Kawhi's absence, averaging 28 points a game. He will look to continue his hot start tonight. Well, Nicole, about a week into the NBA season, the Clippers or the Lakers, who's impressed you more?
Lake Show by a landslide. Anthony Davis is a monster. I mean, last night against the Spurs, he had 35 points. He was a bully in the paint with 17 rebounds. And meanwhile, this was all while key star player LeBron James was out for the game.
The Lakers looked good last night, but the Clippers are legit. They look like a championship contender without MVP Kawhi Leonard. This is a Clippers team that's passing the ball better with more assists per game and turning it over less with less turnovers per game. And also, they've passed all those locker room woes that caused them issues last year.
USC soccer is looking to clinch its first outright Pac-12 championship. The Trojans will lean on their two star players with a tough schedule ahead. Anna Smith is proven to be one of the top keepers in the Pac-12. The senior had a career-high 11 saves last week against Washington State. Junior midfielder Croy Bethune is fourth in scoring in the Pac-12 with 10 goals. It's a tight race at the top of the Pac-12. The Trojans are sitting in first place with 20 points. Stanford is nipping at their heels with 19, and the Bruins are right there with 18. So two big matchups this weekend. First up, the Cal Bears tomorrow and Stanford on Sunday.
It's week 8 of the college football season. USC is still searching for its first Pac-12 win at home as they welcome Arizona for homecoming weekend. The Trojans are looking to snap a 2-game losing streak against a Wildcat team that hasn't won a game in over 2 years. QB Jackson Dart could make his Coliseum debut. The freshman is practicing without discomfort in his right knee, but Keaton Slovis is still expected to start. Dart says he learned a lot sitting out the past 4 games.
From watching it on the sideline, it wasn't as much like when I was hurt, like I wasn't going to be able to play. So I really tried to take in the fronts of the defense, the coverages, take that all in as much as I could, and then I was able to see the play, hear the play, and then I kind of just progress and go through the play, go through the scheme as if I was in it.
Running back Keontae Ingram is turning heads. The senior transfer has clearly emerged as the Trojans' featured back and says there's still work to do.
I mean, yes, of course my expectations still a little bit high. I still got to go knock off some stepping stones and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as my development and stuff like that, I feel like I'm heading in the right direction.
Ingram's workload continues to increase. He had a career-high 24 carries in South Bend and is averaging over 100 yards a game in his last 4 starts. The senior faces a Wildcat run defense that is at the bottom of the conference. Carlo, this could be a big opportunity for Ingram and a huge opportunity for USC. The Trojans are favored by 21 points. So is there any chance USC covers the spread?
No chance. There's no way that the Trojans are able to cover the spread. Look, Arizona, yeah, it's been a dumpster fire this year. Let's not kid ourselves. But one area that's been a bright spot is that passing defense. The second best passing defense in all of the Pac-12, I think, will be able to neutralize the Trojans' best option, which is their passing offense.
There's every reason the Trojans cover the spread. Sure, you're right about the Trojans struggling with their passing offense, but they have the back to get the job done. Ingram is on fire. He had 138 rushing yards against Notre Dame last weekend. And meanwhile, Arizona's got too close to losing games. Their past 3 games, they lost by more than 21 points, including Colorado, who USC beat by 23. So it's just not going to be close.
Just ahead, one high school football player is making a difference in the community. Stay tuned to hear her story.
Lávate las manos por 20 segundos como Elmo.
Hay algo especial acerca de este lugar. Se siente como un hogar, una sala debajo del cielo y los árboles. Rodeado de aire fresco y la naturaleza. Todo aquí para que lo disfrutemos. Y para que lo cuidemos. Tenemos la responsabilidad de cuidar de esta tierra que llamamos casa, de preservarla para las generaciones que vienen. Cada acción pequeña contribuye para un cambio mayor y cada uno de nosotros podemos hacer la diferencia. Hay algo especial acerca de este bosque. Es un lugar donde se hacen recuerdos y juntos podemos preservarla y protegerla.
Craving your favorite snack and don't feel like stepping out of your dorm room? Duffel is a new student-run service that delivers snacks in a hurry to people on or near campus. And they're now partnering with, wait for it, Taco Zone to send students late-night carne asada goodness. A spokesperson said they're thrilled to support local eateries.
We love supporting our community. We love supporting businesses that are integrated in the USC community. And so as we're growing, we want to make sure that we're partnering with businesses around USC that are also serving students like we are.
With a delivery time of just under 10 minutes and a fee of just $1.95, I personally couldn't think of a better deal. You can go order your Taco Zone tonight at 7:30 and every night after that, after 7:30.
A high school senior in Pasadena is making history on the gridiron, and with every field goal blazing a trail for other hopeful athletes. Reporter David Keeling continues our special series on people who are making a difference in their community.
Tear that shit up! From the very start to the very last whistle. Hold your blocks, that's a touchdown.
They sort of look like USC football players, but they're the Spartans, not the Trojans. They play for La Quinata High School. And there's one more difference. The kicker is Shayna Clorfene.
I think it's awesome that she's a role model for so many people, but the real gift is that she's just a great person and a great player.
Shayna Clorfene is the first female kicker to score a point on the La Quinata sports football team.
My parents were super supportive, and actually my dad convinced me to go try out for the team because I was debating it, but I wasn't exactly sure just because it was a totally different environment and I wasn't sure how I would be in that situation.
Now being a part of the football team, Shayna has gained tremendous confidence and believes it is important for women to feel empowered.
I feel like this shouldn't be something where I am looked at as a role model. I feel like it should be more normal, and I feel like women should feel like they're able to do whatever they want to.
Shayna's mindset has earned respect from her teammates.
We're practicing as a team for PAT. It's just everyone's really supportive and just kind of brings a different feel overall to the team.
The support isn't just from her teammates.
Not only me, but everybody, just watching her kick would go crazy. Everyone was so inspired and just wanted so many good things for her that it made it really fun.
In the end, the young trailblazer wants to inspire others to follow their dreams.
Just to be confident and to believe in your abilities, because that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter what other people think. As long as you think you can do it and you're competitive, then you will be able to do it.
An important life lesson from a 17-year-old. For Annenberg Media, I'm David Keeling.
Thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone here, I'm Anisha Banerjee.
And I'm Luke Scorziell. We hope you have a good night.